Greetings, Earthlings, and welcome back to Watchcastage. It has certainly been a while, but I am back. I am back, baby! Over the last few years, I have pretty much been drinking from a fire hose as I have gotten into watches, and because of that, I have made a lot of mistakes, and because I started making videos about watches, a lot of those mistakes have been public. Just read the comments. You will see where they are. They are brutal. But regardless of those mistakes, over the last few years, I have learned a ton about watches, about what I like about watches, about what I dislike about watches, about different features in watches, and that has been incredibly helpful. But one thing I haven't done is make a list of how I actually use my watch. And that is what today's video is, and I found this an incredibly useful exercise in determining what characteristics I should be looking for in the future when I'm looking to buy the next watch. Number one is I check the time of the day. That is really no big surprise. That's the primary use case of any wristwatch. Secondly, I time how long I have been off work for a break. I do that every single weekday. Third, I verify the date for forms or for food expiry dates. Fourth, I use them for nostalgia or for escapism to get a little bit of a break from the real world. Fifth, I like tracking multiple time zones for the limited travel I do, or because I do Discord voice chats every single week from my main channel. Knowing the time zones that everybody is in is really nice and helpful. 6, I will set an alarm for the beginning and the end of my day job, or more importantly, the start of the last drive-in with Joe Bob Briggs. If you know, you know. And 7th, I will use a countdown timer for cooking or for a brief reminder. And those are the primary uses that I found myself relying on a wristwatch for, and I did order those in importance. And through this exercise, I was able to identify what features and characteristics I should be looking at when I am searching for a new watch. Number one for me is going to be an incredibly legible dial and handset. That is going to make reading the time of the day incredibly simple and easy for me. For example, this is the TGV Islander watch. This is one of the most legible watches I have ever come across. This is a good example of what I would be looking for. Then I would be looking for some form of timing function, whether it be a dive time bezel like this Citizen ProMaster Dive, or whether it be a chronograph. I use that pretty much every single weekday, so that is going to be incredibly important for me. Also, I would like to have a date on the watch because I use that 4 or 5 times every single week. Next would be a GMT function. I know it would be incredibly difficult to find a watch that has a chronograph or a dive time bezel, a date, also a GMT function. That is going to be a very busy watch, unless it's a G-Shock, which has everything that I need. So just buy a G-Shock and stop buying. I know. Then we get the final one for me, which would be a mechanical movement. That goes into the nostalgia or escapism for me. I really find myself enjoying the mechanical movements. It's a little bit of a break from my monotonous day job when I'm typing away in Excel, plus some product VLOOKUP. Looking down and seeing something that is non-digital on my wrist is just a nice escape. That's it. That is my list of what features and characteristics I will be looking for when I'm searching for a new watch. A legible dial, some form of timing function, a date, maybe a GMT, and a mechanical movement. That would be my perfect watch to fit my use case. Let me know in the comments what your use cases are and what features you would be looking for in your perfect watch. There you go. I know it's a bit different, but this is me finding my way in the watch collecting journey, finding out what works for me, what doesn't work, learning to take a step back, stop buying watches, learn what you like, and then move forward once you have assessed the situation. Because I was drinking from a fire hose. Ooh, that looks nice, that looks nice, that looks nice. I'll buy that, buy that, buy that. That is not conducive. I did learn a lot, but a lot of mistakes were made. This is me sharing my journey all the way throughout, mistakes included. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you on a later date. I appreciate you. Talk to you then. Bye-bye. Whoa. Boop.